put up all these posters of Steph Curry? What the heck?
All right, everyone, welcome to another episode of ATB. We got another mini pod here with my guy talking about some madness that happened this weekend. Sweet 16, Elite 8. We'll preview the Final Four as well. But Matt, how you doing? How was your weekend? A lot of sports on this weekend. I mean, baseball's
No,
back. I know you're a huge baseball guy, so
yeah, it was pretty glorious. Sweet 16 Elite Eight's probably my favorite rounds of this tournament, and obviously
mhm.
baseball's back. So this is like one of my favorite. Well, March is always the best, just the month in
Yeah.
general. But yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been great. And so I guess we'll dive right into it and we can start in the East region, where UConn comes out victorious. They win the East region. And I guess I want to start with we'll touch on all the little games that happened in teams. I guess I want to start with the Johnnies. Um I mean they gave Duke a hell of a run. I thought they should have won this game. Honestly, Zuby Ejiofor gave his all, very inefficiently, but I mean, we'll give him his props. Dylan Mitchell had a great game. I loved Patino's interview, where he was talking during the game, and he was like talking. He was like, "Yeah, but like we're not doing this, and this right, but Dylan Mitchell just made it three, so God's with us." And I thought that was very funny. And Ruben Prey, I was not familiar with your game. He came out of nowhere, hit four threes. Um, and yeah, I mean, it was just sad. And we were texting, at the end of the game when Bells took that cheap three. And we were like, you gotta live with it as Bells, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, any thoughts on the Johnnies?
No, yeah, it seemed like the basketball gods really wanted the Giannis to pull this one out. I don't know how many threes they hit, but it had to be double their season average. They definitely hit 10 plus threes. Um, I think that definitely made it a closer game. But Duke, I think it was obviously the better team in that game. Um, but yeah, nothing pretty much to it. Great season for the Johnnies again. Patino is definitely gonna get over the hump at some point. We know that, and
Yeah.
I think he hasn't really gotten like the top tier talent in yet. But if you're a basketball player on the East Coast, like right now, what other coach would you want to play for than Rick Pitino?
Yeah. Yeah.
Except
That's
the
very
the
true.
next coach that Duke ran into.
Exactly. They'll be fighting for recruits all up the Eastern Seaboard for a couple of years here. You got any notes to say about your Spartans, or we're gonna just breeze right past that?
It was a highly contested game for 35 minutes, and then the UConn culture just came out, and Alex Caravan had a day.
Hmm.
He's their cultural leader, one of the greatest decorated college basketball players of all time, and
Absolutely.
I think he had 28 or 27 points. When you have a game like that from him, it's hard to beat the Huskies. So another great season. They'll be back too. I mean, they'll probably run back all the like 10 guys they got. Like they only hit the portal that much.
Yeah.
Their key portal guy that was supposed to be got hurt in the preseason, but we know Fears will be back and he'll be a facilitator next year. They'll be back as well.
They'll definitely be back. But yeah, but the big game everyone's talking about, UConn Duke. I mean, two blue bloods, a great game. Um, you sent out a text during the game. Terrace Reed is Dan Hurley's best work. I totally agree with you. I mean, in that first game, in the first game of the tournament, he had 30 and 20. And I mean he kind of has that where like he's very volatile, where in his best games he's unstoppable, and then sometimes he'll disappear. But I mean throughout the first half of this game, he just literally backpacked UConn. I mean that was about it. But if you want to talk about Terrace.
No, yeah, I remember hearing from when he was at Michigan, like he got like disinterested during the game. Like if he didn't get the ball, three straight possessions, he kind of started like lollygagging. But now you see all the sets that UConn pretty much runs goes through him. Like it's either
Mhm.
him touching the ball, him setting a screen, him moving, and you saw that in the second half when they were making their comeback. The sets that UConn was running were spectacular. a lot of pick and rolls with him and Caravan, with Caravan giving him some slips, and I think they hit two of those buckets. And then on the defensive end, I think the points off turnovers in the second half were 16-0 to UConn, and the Terrace Reed had a bunch of those steals. So his just
Yeah.
activity was really shined throughout this whole tournament, and it's gonna keep shining. I'm really
Yeah.
excited. I don't want to go ahead, but that center matchup in the Final Four is gonna be a great one.
Oh yeah, it'll be beautiful. But yeah, I mean, even though Terrace had an amazing game against Duke, especially in the first half, like no one else on UConn was making shots. I mean, Mullins was cold. Caravan didn't hit a shot. They were 1 for 14 from three at a point. And it's UConn. They're just gonna hang around. They're gonna give themselves a shot. And I mean, this is a little bit crazy of a hang around. I mean, this is the second largest comeback in Elite Eight history. And their win probability at one point was 1.7. I mean, that's just to do that, that's insane. And everyone just contributed down the stretch. I mean, Solo Ball, Alex Caravan, like you said, one of the most decorated college basketball players ever. And obviously, I mean, that last sequence was just insane. I mean, for them to not foul, um, to to force the ball out of Cam Boozer's hands, and then I mean, Caden. I I I feel bad for him because in theory it's not a bad play. Like that's what you want to do, and I mean,
No, you don't want to do that. You want that you could see that UConn really wanted to foul Sar because he shoots like 50% from the line.
yeah, yeah,
And
exactly.
someone else has the ball, like obviously Cam, that was a good pass because he was about to get like he was about to get a double team
Trapped, yeah,
trapped,
trapped in the
and
paint.
then you have Boozer there, and it's like there was like what 6 seconds left, like they were coming in to
Yeah,
foul him, and
yeah,
just take the foul. Like at that, and he was and Caden in the first half had a great first half. Like him and
yeah.
Boozer were controlled
But
that
then
game.
second half,
Got to that
second half.
15. One seeds were 135-0, up 15 plus at halftime. Now they're 135-1 because of Braylon Mullins' he from the parking lot. And but a lot of things. And then when you remember, Demary missed the first half of the two free throws. They were trying to cut down to one, and
Yeah,
then they were down two. And it's like you hold on to the ball, you make one, you can miss the second one. They have to go full length for with 4 seconds left to shoot a three, or you make it and
yeah,
the game's over.
yeah,
So
exactly.
it's like, but you saw it was kind of on Shire. You saw Shire was asking him like throw the pass, like get it up there. They did two wide open guys on the other end, but it
Yeah.
was still like you don't want to put the game in harm's way, which they did, and then the game was lost. And how about Dan Hurd? A lot of people were asking about
No, no,
I
no,
don't know,
no. Don't say it. Don't say it. You're gonna say the headbutt thing?
yeah, that, and I don't know if you heard the Duke what's going around, the Duke radio call, and like they hit the shot immediately, and then immediately after he's like Malachi Smith around to the court, that's a technical foul, and
Oh my
everybody was
gosh.
just soaking in the Duke tears. Another choke from the Blue Devils.
I
I think
mean,
it's been every year now under Shire that they've been not closing games out in
I
the
was
tournament.
I was seeing stuff. It really goes back to like, I mean, since they won in 2015, but like I've been like my conscious memory is really like since that Zion team that didn't make the Final Four, I've been like, yeah, like it's just kind of what they do. I mean, like they made the Final Four obviously, and then Caleb Love ended Coach K's career, and then yeah, and then I'm
And
like
then it
every
was
year I'm
DJ
desired.
Burns.
They
That was a bad loss when they lost. They
Yeah.
lost to NC State, and then obviously in the
Hmm.
Final Four last year, and then
Hmm.
this year, just bad leaves you a bad taste in your mouth. And
Yeah,
I
which is
wonder, it comes down to their inexperience has lost them the games the past 3 years. And you see
yeah.
with the four teams in the Final Four, it's kind of veteran-led teams with a mix of freshmen in there. I think all
Hmm.
those teams, Michigan doesn't really have that top tier freshman that the other three teams have. But yeah, I wonder if Shire kind of focuses more on the portal with, and I mean, I think a lot of their plans were thrown off with when Cedric Coward, he was committed to Duke out of the portal, and then he had a great combine and didn't come. But I think that kind of threw off their roster management. They didn't really have a two guard or a three guard with Evans and with Foster, but yeah, kind of just tough luck and bad management.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Um, but yeah, I mean, yeah, the point I was gonna make is that like Caden Boozer is getting disowned. Like the family no longer associates with Caden Boozer. Carlos already didn't fuck with him because he would only wear Cam's jersey
Nah,
number
the
to the
mom wears
game.
Caden
I
shit.
don't care.
The
I don't
mom wears
care,
Caden
bro.
shit.
You know they're only getting you on the camera, bro. We know who
Well,
you're
I think
repping.
Carlos loves Cam because like he's literally him. Like he's literally
Yeah,
Carlos.
100%. Yes.
And we can get into
Um.
Cam and the
Oh, you
pro,
ready? Go
like
ahead. Go
how he's
ahead.
gonna translate, and it's kind of like I saw Bill Simmons had a take kind of similar to mine today of how there's really no bag to kind of just bully balls him way in, and then kind of just like finds a mismatch. Or his mid range game is pretty good, but it's not really elite for a top three pick. But he should still go over 22, in my opinion.
I just don't know how he scores on the next level. Like he can shoot a little bit, like he can step out, but like
He's gonna be a
I don't.
crazy rim runner though. He's gonna be he could be a crazy rim running 5 or 4.
Well, he's not playing the five, so he'll play the four.
I mean, he's
But
big. He's a great rebounder,
he's a great
phenomenal
rebounder
rebounder.
and a great passer. I those I think are his two strongest qualities. I think I think as a scorer, like he'll figure out a way, but I think it's gonna be tough. And I think like his ceiling as a scorer is is relatively low in my mind. But because like you said, there's a significant lack of bag. Like he does not have moves. It does not seem like there's like a ton of like skill work there in him scoring.
Yeah.
Um and so not my Naismith player of the year, but you know, the committee says otherwise. Um, but yeah, I mean, amazing game. Braylon Mullins, you're a March legend. I mean, we'll forever see that play. Um,
Well,
and you,
one of my other we were ranking where that ranks, and we went the last decade. And I think we settled on obviously the Jenkins shot, Lamont
hmm
Butler,
hmm
the Jordan Poole one was up there, but I think the Mullins one is kind of ahead of that. Chris
it's
Chioza,
better than that,
my
yeah.
boy Cheese.
Oh, that's like core memory for me, so that's kind of tough. But no, that was like what 30 round of 32 or Sweet
No, that was to
16.
go to the Elite Eight. That was the Sweet 16.
Oh, okay, it was a
Because
Sweet
that
16.
was
Okay.
that one Wisconsin in the Garden, and that's when the kid hit the Rogers double check right in front of him, and then Chioza
Yeah,
hit the winner after that.
yeah.
Oh, and Jalen Suggs
Um,
obviously forgot Jalen
yeah.
Suggs shot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. So it probably
I
goes
went
what
I went
Jenkins.
Jenkins, Suggs. I put the Mullen shot
hmm
over the Lamont Butler one, but you could put that over because that's a Final Four game, and then I put
Yeah,
Chioza.
yeah. I would agree with that list. Yeah, absolutely. That's yeah. I mean, like you said, last decade. That's definitely top five, top three, um, up there. And so we can move down to the South region, where the Illinois Fighting Illini come out victorious in their South region champs. Um, I'll let you talk about your Cougars. And I will just say I feel really bad for Kelvin because no one in college basketball deserves a Final Four and a national championship more than him. Um, and yeah, I mean I feel bad for him. But go ahead and talk about how your Cougars fumbled this.
No, yeah, it was unfortunate, and it's kind of been Houston's Achilles heel throughout this decade. I mean, looking back at the last 6 tournaments, they've made it to the Sweet 16 and lost. Um, they've either shot under 40% from the field or under 30% from three. In this game, they shot 34% from the field and 28% from three. You're not gonna win a lot of games doing that. And if usually when Houston's not hitting shots like that, they can control the boards or they can get enough stops. They did get enough stops. The defense was fine, but
Mhm,
the Balkan block that Illinois has. I mean, if we both Ivisic, um, the other bigs, Keaton Wagler, Stojakovic, like they're just a very veteran-led team and a very fundamentally sound team, as you could see when they play. And I think it was just a bad matchup. I said this was basically the regional final, and it turned out to be true.
mhm,
Um, but yeah, just sad for Kingston. He'll be at a top 10 pick in the next coming draft. The guard talk in this next draft is going to be very contentious. between him, you got Acuff, who's probably leading that pack. We're gonna talk about him soon. Wagler's in there with Braden Berries, who we're also gonna talk about a little bit soon. But those four guards are basically in that 5 to 10 range right now that are
Yeah.
gonna be a
You
hot
put
topic.
Wagler. You put Wagler there. Did you say
Yeah, I mean
Wagler?
he'll. I have my own personal opinions about him, but he's definitely in that discussion of in the draft.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. There's a big clump of them that'll definitely go 5 to 9 or 5 to 10 or five to like somewhere in that lottery range, and it'll be interesting to see who goes where and how that all plans out. Yeah, I mean the Illini have proven me wrong up to this point. I mean I kind of always like have had this. Obviously watching a lot of Big Ten basketball growing up, it's kind of like, yeah, the Illini are always a good team. They're always a elite team, but they always just kind of blow it when it really matters. They're not like there's not a lot of big game wins that I can point to and be like, yeah, the Illini really went out there and got that one. And they've done that this tournament so far. I mean, beating Houston is no tough, no small task. And obviously Houston didn't help themselves; they didn't shoot well, but it's still this team I think is clicking on all cylinders when it matters most. I think you may disagree with me, but I think Wagler, he's definitely changed my opinion because I think at this point I think his frame is going to fill out and he has amazing. I think his decision making is great. I think he's come in as a freshman and is able to fully run this offense. He bails them out when they don't have anything and has essentially become the perfect point guard for this team. Um, and I think, like I said, his decision making, he's efficient. He only shoots threes and layups. It's really funny. It's like
Uh, he-
he does not take mid range
Yeah,
shots.
I think he's a great offensive player. My doubts lie in his defensive game and his athleticism. If he's going to be a
Hmm.
one, I don't think he's a point guard in the NBA. I think he's more of a two, a more of a shooter. But I think he definitely can handle the ball. But I just don't
Hmm.
think against other NBA point guards. I don't think he's going to be in the upper echelon of play of.
Well, but wouldn't his lack of athleticism and strength right now get exposed more if he was playing the two? Like I guess
No,
if you use them as if you use them as just a shooter, sure. But like then I think you're taking away from the fact that like he can like actually put it on the ground. Like
I'm saying I'm
he
saying on
can.
the defensive end. I think he can't really
Okay.
guard point guards. I don't think he's
No, definitely
that
not.
quick or or
Mm-mm.
or physically built right now. I think he could definitely
Hmm.
could, but I don't think. I think he definitely has his low lights on the defensive end sometimes. With the
Definitely.
and you have these other guards. I think Acuff kind of has that defensive problem
Hmm.
too. But I think Flemings and Burries are very well put together right now, and
Hmm.
are dogs or pests on the defensive end.
Yeah, absolutely. They're definitely way better defenders than the other two. But I'm just not really. I personally, I'm just not really worried about it because like I think that's just the problem. Like, there's not a lot of elite defenders at the point guard position in the NBA right now. Like Shea's the best, like probably like guy that plays point guard. That's a defender that's actually like a plus. Also on the offensive end, I think we're like I think yeah he's not going to be good on defense, but I mean they're letting Bam Adebayo score 83 points in the NBA now. So like, is
All
anyone
right,
good on
all right,
defense?
all right.
But
My whole
anyways.
point is these point guards like I'm thinking about right now. Bringing that up, I think about Halliburton and Curry, who don't really have
Hmm.
the athleticism, but they're very active on the defensive end. Like
Hmm.
they're very good at getting deflections. Very
Hmm.
underrated in doing that. I really haven't seen that in Wagler's game, and he's not really
Yeah.
asked to do that because Boswell's a great defender, and
Yeah.
Stojakovic is a big body defender, and they got
Hmm.
just like dudes on the back end that could just
Hmm.
swat shots. But
Yeah.
could prove me wrong. Yeah, I hope he does. He's a great player.
He
I was talking
is.
about
He is.
earlier, like when we were doing our full pods. I remember when he dropped that 40-point game in Purdue, that freshman or
Yeah.
45. So he's a phenomenal offensive player.
Hmm. And yeah, I mean, you talked about other players. I mean, Boswell's great. Andre is amazing. I think they've had the best content come out of their team. Like, have you seen like how like their like the PR nightmare like
Yeah.
stuff that they've been
And
like? I think
when you
I think
bring that
that's
up,
so
I
funny.
love Merkovich. He's a baller. He's
Yeah,
like their glue. He's like their glue guy right now. He's
mhm,
like a 6'7" Jokic in the college game right now.
literally, yeah. So I really like this team. They're peaking at the right time. And yeah, shout out the Big Ten. Got half the Final Four. Just a quick thank you to Bennett Sturts, and Ben McCullum has become one of my favorite coaches. I think he had a great showing this March, this tournament. I mean, he outcoached Golden and Hoiberg. I mean, that 5-on-4 thing, like, that's a bad look, Hoiberg. Like, it's not on the refs to get your five players on the floor. Like, you gotta have five players on the floor. It's a bad look. So yeah, so just quick shout out Iowa, the quote unquote Cinderella for this tournament. So what a run. Um the West region, um Arizona comes out victorious. They're West region champs. First, I would like to shout out my favorite of of the clump of guards that we're talking about, Darius Acuff, on an amazing freshman season. To lead the league, to lead the SEC in scoring and assist as a freshman is insane. The last player to do that was Trey Young, obviously in the Big 12, but um, just to lead a major conference in those two stats as a point guard as a freshman is crazy. And I mean, he had an elite tournament. He's an elite player. He'll obviously go in the lottery very high. They just didn't really stand a chance against this Arizona team. I mean, we alluded to it in our last episode. They just couldn't bang down low with how Arizona plays, and Arizona's relying on twos, and they're going to put so much rim pressure on. And this Arkansas team just didn't have the bigs to stand up to that. And I mean, that's just kind of what happened. Um, we can also touch. Do you have anything about Arkansas or Acuff that you want to say?
No, no, good run. We'll miss him, but no, not really.
It was Billy Richmond. What year is he?
He's a
Is he back?
sophomore. He'll be back.
Oh, okay, right.
No, he'll be back.
I'll enjoy watching Billy Richmond next year. That'd be nice. Um, Purdue. I will say I grew a real hatred. Like, even though they beat my team in the Big Ten championship, I wasn't that hurt by it. I grew a real hatred of this team during the Texas game because that was 100% a game that they should have lost. I mean, TKR, great player, great career. I will give him his props. But I'm so tired of watching this dude travel every time he pivots or catches the ball on the low block. Like, it's literally irritating to me. And I mean, they were just UT, like, just the guts of uh Tremont Mark getting injured during that game when he was on a heater, and Jordan Pope playing on a broken foot or a fractured foot, whichever one it is. Just the heart of the team, and just watching that, I kind of just found myself rooting for them, just being like, pull it out, like, for the guys. They're putting their all out there, and just to get beat on a buzzer beating tip is pretty tough. But the late game execution for Purdue was great. I mean, Braden Smith shooting that ball with enough time for a chance for an offensive rebound is a very smart move, and it's just three seniors that, I mean, lost to Arizona, obviously, to a better team in the Elite Eight, but three seniors that will forever be remembered at Purdue. So great for them, but can't say that I was much of a fan of this team down the stretch.
No, I do not like TKR in the slightest, but I love Braden Smith. He should be a backup, or he's like a Colin Gillespie to me. Like like I didn't realize
Absolutely.
how good his shot. Like he shot in his career 40% from three, and
Mm,
he's the all-time assist leader in NCAA history. He's gonna be a
mhm.
backup point guard or like flip-flop starter for 10 years, no doubt in my mind.
Absolutely.
Like he's just too good. He knows the game too much. Fletcher Lure also shot at. All those three spent the 4 years together. Um,
Mhm.
but I think if Tremont Mark doesn't pick up that knock, I think Texas pretty much pulls that out. And especially with the TKR is just hooking and holding. They just don't call anything. I mean, it's crazy. How many jersey pulls does he average a game? Had to be over 10 in those last two games. Um, but yeah, Tremont Mark, he put on a performance throughout this whole tournament. Um, their Volcatitis, he better get into the fucking gym and practice those free throws, buddy. And if he made like two of them, like they're winning the game. I
Bro,
mean,
it's like watching what I imagine what it was like watching Shaq shoot free throws. I mean, I was just like, dude, these shits are not going in.
And
It does not look good.
shout out Dalen Swain. He had a great game, and he's gonna be a NBA player as well. I don't know if he comes out.
Absolutely.
He almost came out last year, but he probably is gonna come out this year, and he'll be like a Ryan Dunn, like a McDaniel's type player
God.
if he develops a
Yeah,
shot.
absolutely. Absolutely. And then yeah, the champions of this region, Arizona. Um, I just put in my notes they're great. I mean, I don't I've like this team just plays bully ball. They rely and get so many points on twos. Like they don't shoot a lot of threes. They have like one of the lowest 3 point percentage, like shot of percentage of shots in the country. Um, and they just play bully ball. I mean, Koa P. And but when they do need to make threes, they can. And so they have that versatility, and that's what makes them one of the best teams in the country, if not the best. Just wanted to shout out that Bryce James has now done something his dad or his brother both haven't done, which is make a Final Four.
Yeah,
So thought that was
and they were down like nine in the first half against Purdue, and they just roared back. Koa P had an amazing game. I'm very
mhm,
excited for that matchup against Michigan that we're getting to later, but um, their bigs really held down TKR and Clough for the whole game. Krivas and Owaka played a great game. Barry's hit threes. Jaden Bradley was the engine, and that's how they do. I love Karchenkov is like a very good freshman guard, knows his role. He's like, I'm not going to shoot the ball a lot, and I'm just going to play defense. He must have had like three steals in the second half, and without even shooting the ball, he still puts up like 11 a game. Well, they
yeah.
scored like they scored like 90 points a game in this tournament. So and without being an elite 3 point shooting team,
Yeah, they
but
put up like what 106 against Arkansas or
yeah,
109 because
yeah,
Arkansas just couldn't stop them.
yeah.
So that's
Mm,
crazy.
mm. Yeah, but great team. They definitely deserving of that one seed and definitely deserve to go to Indy.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the final region, the Midwest region, the Michigan Wolverines are champions of the Midwest region. Um, they beat Alabama in the Sweet 16. We were talking in our Sweet 16 up. I was like, I'm kind of scared of the Alabama game. And that first half was exactly what I was scared of. I mean, like we were just talking. I mean, granted, everything did go right for Alabama. I mean, were hitting all their shots. LeBaron was cooking Yaxel, which I thought was going to be a great matchup for Michigan. But LeBaron was having his way. We were turning the ball over. Like we just were playing very sloppy. And then in the second half, it was just the clash just showed. And that's the end of first half execution was so bad by Michigan. I've never seen Dusty May that mad on a sideline. Like he was irate with the team, which you rarely ever see. I mean, he like screamed at Mara before as the half ended before they went into the locker room, and they just came out in the second half and absolutely blitzed Alabama. But yeah, I mean, solid Alabama team. Thank you, LeBaron Philon. He'll also be a first round pick,
Oh
and
yeah, he's really good, man.
he's
He's
so
fucking
good,
tough.
just very smooth player, can score at all three levels. I think he'll be a very good NBA player. Um, and yeah, Iowa State also. I was saying during the entire game, I was like, I think they win this game without they have. I feel like they definitely win that game if they had Jefferson, because it just seemed like the piece that they were missing that entire time. Um, we talked a little bit last episode about Otzelberger potentially leaving, so this could have potentially been his last game at Iowa State. I have kind of been swayed back the other way because I was hearing all the news of that like his wife is very tied in at the university, and I Ames is like really home for him. So I'm honestly rooting for the loyalty to run out to not run out, but for the loyalty to win out, um, and for him to stay at Iowa State because I think it's just such a special relationship there, and uh, um, he will definitely um continue to bring success to Iowa State. I just wanted to shout out Taman Lipsey. Thank you for being one of my favorite point guards in college basketball. Anything on the Cyclones?
Yeah, I think definitely Jefferson being out halted their run, but I'm gonna take a victory lap for the Vols. I said in our tournament preview that I can't believe they gave Rick Barnes another Elite Eight run, and they made the Elite Eight. Doesn't matter how they got there,
Yeah,
but they got there, and
they got there.
they beat all like the highest seeds that they could beat. They beat Miami, Ohio, coming off a great season, hot, a lot of
Mhm.
public backing out there. Virginia, close game, but they outlasted them, and then Iowa State outlasted them as well. I mean, Iowa State had a great team around, and Killian Torrey, one of my other favorite freshmen. Heisey was a great veteran. Momcilovic really disappointed in that game. He really couldn't hit a
Yeah.
shot. So he just declared for the draft. So thank you, Milan Momcilovic. I guess we're throwing out a lot of thank yous tonight. But but yeah, I think it was definitely went according to Tennessee's game plan. Ament was playing great ball when he was on the court. He was in foul trouble. Jacoby Gillespie was the best player on the court, and Rick Barnes just willed them to another Elite Eight run.
Absolutely, absolutely. Tennessee's third straight Elite Eight appearance. You touched on Amet. I see the vision with Amet, but
No,
I
I
don't
like him,
know.
bro. I like him a lot. I
I'm
think he's
kind
gonna be
of
really good. Even if he could if he could even stay, he could stay another year, grow
he
out,
could.
built in. Like I don't know where he's projected. I don't think he's projected top 10 right now, and I don't know how good the next class is, but I'm gonna guess it's not as good
Mhm.
as this
It
next
can't be. It
draft class
can't
is gonna
be.
be. But if he like imagine he fills out and has like like he averages like 17 a game, like he'll go top 10. Like he's a 6'10" guy
Absolutely.
with a handle and he could shoot it like from
Yeah,
anywhere. And he has a bag. He has a bag that he
absolutely.
has. So and he was definitely he was like top 5 in this recruiting class. Like he's not like a under the radar like guy, but he definitely
Yeah.
didn't. I don't think he lived up to expectations, but he didn't have a terrible year. He had a pretty good year.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Yeah, I can definitely see. I mean, if he stays, I think my opinion totally flips. Like, I think him coming out in next year's draft would be amazing. It'd be good for him to I mean, Barnes doesn't really have a lot of like one and done guys anyways. So I mean, maybe the plan is for him to stay, and fill out and continue to hone in his skills and get better. And I think, yeah, I mean, next year he'll definitely be one of the best players in the SEC, no doubt in my mind. And he can continue to grow. And even if he ends up coming out in this year's draft, I mean, he's not making it past like what pick 15,
Nah,
if he even makes it out of the lottery. So like he'll develop either way. Um, and yeah, I mean, sadly for this Michigan or for this Tennessee team, Michigan's offense was just too good for them. They couldn't really keep up. And their bigs got into foul trouble. I didn't really like the officiating in the game. They were very tic tac for two teams that play extremely physical. Like I think we're a trip to Indies on the line. Can we just let the boys play and we'll call the obvious fouls. So there's a lot of so both front lines were kind of taken out of the game for the most part. Um, but yeah, I mean, Michigan is going back to the Final Four the first time since 2018. Um, they had the largest win margin in the Elite Eight since 1989, winning by 32 points. And Yaxel Lindenberg has been Dominican LeBron. I mean, like they call him. Two total turnovers this tournament. Is shooting 50% from three, which is, I mean, it's amazing to see. I mean, every time I saw a quote from Mick Cronin that he gave today. He said, anytime Michigan slows down and actually runs offense and forces you to guard them for an entire shot clock, like they're the best team in the country. I very much agree with him on that point. I mean, when they're not beating themselves and everyone's playing within the flow of the offense and everything is working together, I mean, I just think they have a higher level than everybody else. Um, and Elliott's playing exactly how he wanted him to play. I saw he had 1,000 career points, so shout out Elliot Cadeau. March Roddy, I saw a quote from him after the game. He said March Roddy is better in April. I don't know how that works,
okay,
but
okay, all right,
we'll
Roddy.
take it. We'll take it, Roddy. Trey McKinney's going to be a star next year, so I think that that'll be great. And obviously had a big game against Alabama, which is amazing. And all of this, and I think Morez Johnson has been extremely quiet down the stretch here. I mean, he had one of his worst games I've ever seen Morez play. against Alabama, and then he played all right against Tennessee, but I think there's another level that he's gonna have to get to, and I mean, the matchup's gonna be him versus Koa Pete in the Final Four, and that's gonna be a very intriguing matchup to see who wins that, and it's gonna be a lot of bully ball. So who's gonna stand their ground? I saw there was a little bit of Tennessee troll. Well, these early in the second half, the two teams kind of got separate, got in a little scrum and got separated, and there was a lot of shit talking going back and forth. And so I saw Morez, the Tennessee and Jacoby Gillespie kind of had like this little saying, "Let's go get them," after every one of their tournament wins for like their upcoming opponent. And I saw Rez kind of trolled them at the end of the game there in his post game interviews. So that was pretty funny. And yeah, Dusty May, just an amazing coach. I hope he stays my coach for forever. Our Michigan's AD says his goal is to make sure that Dusty is a lifer at Michigan, and so I'm praying that that happens and that UNC doesn't pry him away from us. But he's the fourth active coach to make a Final Four with multiple schools, the sixth to do it all time in 4 seasons or fewer. So yeah. And so, any other notes on the Midwest or Michigan or anything
Yeah,
before we get into the
I'm
Final Four? You don't
just
have to go ahead
talking
and
about this
give
bracket.
any.
You brought up Dusty. I'm just thinking about Indiana, bro. Like the Braylon Muns is Mr. Indiana. Dusty May was a student manager under Bob Knight. Like they couldn't just fire Mike Woodson like a year prior and just had Dusty May and like
They
imagine
would
how
have
good
had
they would
him.
be. They would be so good. They would
Braylon
be
Mullins would be a Hoosier. He'd be a Hoosier easily. Like, there's no
yeah.
way Hurley's
And
gonna
and then
go.
when you said Trey McKinney, I mean he's gonna be really good next year. And I was thinking, oh him and LJ Case, and I was like, wait, fucking Ellie Cadeau's still there. Fuck. Shit.
Yeah, and Elliot
You
said
think he's
he's
gonna be back?
staying
There's
too.
no way. He's gonna
No, he
transfer.
said he's coming back. He said he's
Oh
coming
my
back.
God. Here we
He
go.
said he's coming back.
But
I
Yaxel's
wonder
back.
how that works. I wonder how that. I think LJ scores a little bit too much, so I don't know if a backport of him and Trey would work necessarily. Like if they were starting together,
It would definitely work. They're both
I think
talented.
it would work. Yes, it would work, but I don't.
And I
I
like Trey's
think
handle. Trey can pass it a little bit.
absolutely, 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 and I think by next year, like he'll be even better. So
Um,
it'll be fun.
and Yaxel's been the player of the tournament. This is what he paid for. So it's like,
Absolutely, absolutely.
so you paid top dollar. You're gonna get top dollar results.
Exactly. You would hope so. Um, so moving, like we said, to Indy, Final Four, great Final Four location. And I said yesterday, Michigan Arizona is the national championship. Like I don't think Illinois UConn will. From my opinion, I know Matt disagrees on this. I think it would be a great game. Um, I think UConn would have a better chance at knocking off either one of these teams than the Illini would. But regardless, I don't think either of those teams would be whoever is going to be the winner of this game. I think this is going to be this has the potential to be one of the best Final Four college basketball games that we've ever seen. Two of the best teams all year. I mean, they've just been dominating opponents. Both teams have won all four of their tournament games by double digits. That's only happened in one time in since the tournament expanded. Um, and question: who do you think's the best player on the floor?
In this game,
Yeah,
like the Michigan game,
yeah, Michigan
Yaxel
Arizona.
easily,
He
easily is
he's the best player on
Yaxel
the floor. Okay,
easily.
that's I was gonna make that
Who
statement, but
who
I
would
didn't
who
know
would
how you
even be?
felt.
I think who would even be second? Bradley? Nah. Either one of like you take your pick of those Arizona players. They could be either of them are second to best player.
Burry's I'd probably put Burry second.
But see, I don't even know if he's like he's probably like the best. I don't know.
Hmm.
Jalen Brad is probably a better college basketball player than Braden Berry is right now.
Yes, 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 yes. I would agree. Um, and yeah, like I touched on earlier, I think Morez versus Koa Pete is going to be a very key matchup. How those two shake out. I mean, like we touched on in this pod. I mean, Arizona relies a lot on their rim pressure and a lot on their 2 point field goals. And I mean, it's going to be tough with Ademar and Morez Johnson in there. they're built to protect the paint and protect the rim, and so I think that give and take, that good on good, will be a very important matchup here. And it's going to be who wins the guard battle. I mean, March is, it has been and will always be about guards. Um, and all right, bro, we get it, we get it. I get it. You don't like Elliot Cadeau. I
No, I'm not saying. I
understand
didn't
that.
say. No, I was not even referring to that. I was saying you're gonna pick this game, and you're saying it's gone to the guard play, and like your boy is the guard for the Arizona Wildcats. Like that's your guy, brother.
That's my
So
guy.
let's see what
That's
you
my
pick.
guy.
Here we go.
Um,
Go ahead.
um, I think, like I've touched on here, I think Michigan's flow state and their top gear is above everybody else's. I mean, they had a 31-10 run in that first half of that Tennessee game, and they've had 28 double-digit wins. I absolutely cannot wait for this game. I think it'll be absolute bloodbath, and I got a Yaxel Lindenborg buzzer beater to send us to the national championship.
Okay. Okay.
Over Jaden Bradley.
Okay. Okay. Very solid points from you. I think you explained it perfectly. But I'm gonna go
Mhm,
with who is the best point guard. 'Cause I think these bigs are gonna be canceled out. I think Ko
mhm,
is gonna have a great game. I think he's a guy that I think if there's one guy to guard Yaxel Lindenberg, it's Ko Pete. So I think he could kind of limit of like what Yaxel's been doing, like this 20 point, 10 rebound, 7 assist type games he's having. If you force it
mhm.
to a Jalen Bradley versus Ellie Cadeau and a Namari Burnett versus Braden Berries. I mean, I'm gonna pick the
Oh
Cats.
my god, that sounds horrible, bro. That sounds
But I don't know
horrible.
about April Roddy, but and I think I know these are two old teams, but I think the Cats seem like the more mature team, like the team that is very ready for the moment, very even keeled, doesn't let anything get to them. They're very about their business, and
Mhm.
I think the Cats. I think it's their time. I think Tommy Lloyd really I think he needs this game, and I think they're gonna pull it out.
Astute point there. Um, I do think because of like you said, like I mean, the guard matchup just kind of favors Arizona. I think either Trey or April/March Roddy will have to have a big game in order for this to swing in Michigan's favor. I mean, because I just think Elliot will do. I have no concerns that he won't do his job in conducting the offense, and he's always a great passer. Um, but I don't think he's not gonna score well against this team unless he has a great day shooting it. And I haven't liked Namari's play for the most part in March. I mean, I texted you early in that, I think Alabama game or Tennessee, I can't remember. I was like, has Amari made a three in the last
Yeah,
month?
he's
Like,
always
because I
stunk,
was
bro.
like,
He's always in there, and I mean, it's not that hard of a job that he has to do. Like guard what the fourth
no,
best player on their
not at
floor
all.
and fucking just hit a wide open three once or twice.
That's all we
So, and he
need him
can't
to
really do
do.
that either. So, and
Yeah.
he's like a 60-year senior. So I'm done with him.
So yeah. So one of those two, either Trey or March Riley will have to make a big. Will have to have a big game if Michigan's gonna win this game. But the other national semifinal, the Illini versus UConn, and we have differing opinions about this. You said, well, I won't spoil your take, but it's a rematch from a game that happened in November. Two very different teams from that point. I mean, Keaton Wagler played 13 minutes in that game, didn't start. So I mean, totally different Illini team, a more settled in UConn team. Um, and I think it's all about how will Wagler respond to the physicality. I mean, like you said, he's not elite defensively, and the sets that UConn runs and how aggressive they're going to be with him, and he's going to have to guard, and he's going to have to chase people around screens. Um, and they're gonna have to be active. And I mean, how are they gonna match up with Terrace? What's the plan for Terrace? Because undoubtedly UConn will play through him and they'll try to slow down the game and muck it up and not let the Illini get on and run. Even though the Illini can play half court offense for sure, it's just sometimes they can get a little inefficient. But overall, I think the teams match up well. Um, in the front court and in the back court. And I mean, I think it'll be a great game. I'm picking the experience of UConn, And shout out the Big East. I mean, I'm picking the experience of UConn over the Illini in this game, but I think it'll be. I think both semifinals will be classics for sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of different there. I think this might be a little bit of a murder. I think if you give Dan Hurley a week, basically a week to prepare for a team, it's scary hours. I'm not gonna pick against UConn in a Final Four against Illinois, who's first Final Four since '05, since Darren Williams days. Brad Underwood, I think this Illinois team is very happy to be there with UConn's
Mm-hmm.
like the third Final Four in 4 years. What a crazy run
Hmm.
for Dan Hurley. Uh, Alex Caravan, he's not gonna go outside. Like they've gone this far. I don't think they're gonna lose at this point. And
No.
I think if they get Illinois' run, I mean, Houston had some great looks. They didn't knock them down. Illinois really didn't have the bigs or anyone outside of Ben Sturts to really compare it to the Illinois roster. And you think of this UConn team. I mean, Brad Mullins hasn't shot well at all. Solo ball has been a non-factor in all these games. And
Bad.
and Silas Demary, there, the point guard, has been in and out he has a high ankle. He had a high ankle sprain
Hmm.
against Duke and Michigan State. Where he pretty much was laboring up and down the floor. Give him another week to heal up. I think he'll be close to 100%. I mean, I love Thomas Love. He's a great five, and I love Markovic. But I think UConn's gonna determine the pace of this game. I think they're gonna speed it
Hmm.
up. They're gonna slow it down. They're gonna be playing around. Um, but Terrace against Ivisic is going to be a great matchup. But I got the Huskies by 10 plus at least.
Okay. Okay. All right. I mean, yeah, it'll be a great semifinal on both sides. The Final Four always treats us, and I mean, next time we're talking to you, we'll have a national champion, and it'll be crazy. It's been a great year of college basketball. Honestly, I mean, the talent so abundant.
Yeah, the product's at an all-time
Freshmen,
high. Product is at an
the
all-time high.
products at an all-time high. We have talent spread out all across the country. Um, I mean, the Big 12 was the best conference during the regular season, and the Big 10 has two representatives in the Final Four. UConn representing the Big East. I mean, St. John's made it to a Sweet 16. The ACC still sucks. And so
Just merge the
the
ACC and Big East at this point. Just fucking
you might as
who
well.
cares? You suck at football too. We don't need that anymore. So
Exactly.
just mush it all in, and that would be a great conference.
Oh
That
my
would be they
gosh.
would flourish in doing that. I know they definitely don't want to do that. Either conference doesn't want to do that. The Big East definitely would want to do that, but if they
Yeah.
did that, they would definitely keep the Big East name. Don't worry about that. It would be
Yeah.
the Atlantic Big East or
Atlantic East or
the
some
Big
shit.
Eastern Conference,
Yes, that'd be good. That'd be good.
the
Um,
Big East Coast. Oh, there you go. The Big East
that's
Coast
tough.
Conference.
Yes.
The
The
Bacon and Cheese
BECC.
Cheese Conference. There you go.
um, I'm just laughing thinking about a regular season matchup where the Pirates have to go to Cameron Indoor. I think that'd be pretty funny. Um, um, that'd be hilarious. But yeah, I mean, like you said, products at an all-time high, and it's all culminating in these four teams in Indy. So we appreciate you guys for listening, for watching. Be on the lookout for our Substack. I'm posting an article tomorrow on there. We'll also have some new updates from all of us, from Matt, Nano, Neeks. Um, and subscribe to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out all of our social medias, the X, Insta, everything else. So TikTok. So just make sure to check all that stuff out. Be on the lookout for more episodes. Shout out my co-host for this episode, Matt. Appreciate you staying up late with me. And yeah, go blue.
Peace.